You come talk to me. I don't want to speculate. I'm not going to engage in hypotheticals. You looked like you walked up here fine to me. I'm not, well, maybe you're going to have surgery. I get it, but let's not talk about hypotheticals here. You have not been doing what you're supposed to do. And I would make sure I started doing it today. You understand what I'm telling you? Otherwise, we're going to have a big problem, you and me. Okay?
I have 40 hours down by September 14th.
That's what I just said. I meant it. I said it, and I'll say it again. 40 hours by September the 14th. And Mr. Graziani?
John Graziani, appearing on behalf of the state.
So I called the case, and Mr. Graziani says the defendant wishes to proceed with the hearing. And that's still correct, right?
That's correct, Judge.
All right, so for purposes of arraignment, I'm going to enter a not guilty plea form. Are you ready to proceed? Raise your right hand. You solemnly swear affirm under penalties of perjury that the testimony you will give in these proceedings will be the whole true self you got. Okay, go ahead.
Yes, Your Honor. On July 14th, 2026, I received notice from DNA that Mr. Bearden was positive on ETG, that while he was there, he had refused to sign the admit form or send it to the lab. In my communication with Mr. Bearden, following, he did email me and indicate that he was positive, that he did not have the $25 to send the sample to the lab. I did inform him that he would have to return, that if he was refusing, he'd have to return between 5 p.m. and 7 p.m. that day. This would actually be on the 15th, Your Honor. And that if he's indicating, hey, I didn't drink, he would actually receive his $25 back. If the confirmations are returned negative, defendants do receive the money back, Your Honor. He responded that he didn't have the money, and that he wanted to speak with the judge about it. Emailed me again, indicating that he claimed it was NyQuil.
Oh, boy.
Went on from there kind of a little bit. Then when I met with him for his probation visit, I tried to speak with him about it. And what he indicated to me at that time was that he just wants to go to jail. It would be easier, and that he would let you know that when you had his court date. So that's kind of where we left it, our conversation in regards to that test at this point, because the test was July 14th, that urine sample would be disposed of, Your Honor. It is only good for 30 days.
Right. You have a screening report with him?
I do.
What does it indicate? Does it indicate where he was working?
I believe he's on disability. I'm gonna double check the screening, but I believe even at the time of the screening, reports being on disability for the last 4 years, he received $741 in SSI and $321 a month on Rich Start benefits, Your Honor. That's what's in the screen.
Okay. Do you have any questions of her?
Judge, all I'm going to indicate, and Mr. Bearden will confirm with me, is the fact that thinking clearly prior to that incident, one, he needed a spinal tap. He was, again, thinking clearly. Number two, he didn't even have the $25 to pay for this. He's a part of the other half that's lucky to have anything at all, Judge. Like I said, he probably doesn't even have $20 in his pocket right now.
I also want to say it's for the next screening, which has not been warm since I've been out.
Also, he indicated to me that he was not thinking clearly at that time. There's evidence that he did have a spinal tap. He's going to be in a position where he has to have hip replacement surgery. In addition to that, then they have to do something to your spine. Tell me what happened.
I had blood.
Let's just talk about it. Let's just talk. First of all,
This does relate to that
I
incident.
know, but is he going to testify or is he going to remain silent? We're
He's
still,
testifying, he's all just, we've got nothing.
raise your right hand. Solemnly swear affirm under penalties of perjury that the testimony you give in these proceedings will be the whole true self you got. All right, go ahead.
Explaining what happened.
I've been in the hospital a lot lately. And
How much time?
At least.
Okay, when?
First, this is the second time where I had a blood patch, which is, I would have no problem. Next minute here, Hunter. I would have no problem giving the court my chart. which.
Hang on a second. I just want to know when you were in the hospital. What day? You weren't in there on July 14th, right?
I have no idea.
You didn't go in there before July 14th, right?
I was in there before July.
For what days?
Let's see. I would have to look at my chart. I was
Did you drink alcohol?
absolutely not. I was in a hospital in Monroe County. I had been out for 1 day and I was on bed rest. And my wife is not gonna go and get it because I'm not allowed to drive unless it's absolutely necessary. And there's no alcohol in the house. They did not find Norcos in the system, which is prescribed me, and I told them that. They asked me when I went in there, do you have any narcotics in your system? I said, yes. I have a narcotic in my system, which is Norco. 10-3-25. They do not find the Norco, but they're gonna find alcohol. And I said, that's impossible. And they said, well, if you give the $25, I was like, I don't have $25. Like in my pocket right now, exactly $26, waiting on the orange test. So, Your Honor, I don't know how they found alcohol, but not my Norco. I
That's
don't
his
get it.
color, Your Honor.
What's
Orange
that?
is his color.
He's referring to the date that he has
Oh,
to,
yeah, orange is.
when it says,
I call in every day, and whenever it's orange, I only, you gave me once a month to go. So since I've been in the hospital, I've been calling. All I only have is 26. That time they told me to give them $25. I don't have it. Had it went in,
Does your wife work?
no.
she's on disability.
She's on disability. She's worse than me.
They're living on the edge, Judge, and they're lucky to even get this apartment.
Tell me.
I don't know what else I can say further. Again, Your Honor, when he emailed, as far as the Norcos are concerned, it's under cutoff. That's why. These are things Mr. Berry's not aware of. Again, try to have a conversation with him. I ended it after kind of the bad attitude and the bad comment in regards to to just go to jail. I ended our conversation. And again, you know, what he's claiming it was NyQuil, and.
Did you tell her you took NyQuil?
That could be the only thing I'm thinking of.
Did you take NyQuil?
I take it once or twice, but once I got found guilty, or not found guilty, but wasn't came back positive, I threw that bottle away. I'm like, because I want no.
NyQuil's not gonna cause you to test positive.
There we go.
I know that's a nice thing that people want to throw around and
That's good.
unless they have 7 bottles of it.
Judge, I just want to indicate that Mr. Bearden wasn't rational. He was having these severe headaches. If necessary, his wife was in the courtroom, can indicate that fact, and as a result of it, he wasn't acting properly.
I'd like to apologize. I was acting like a jerk on that. That's
Well, why?
the headache that I had, I was
Headache?
just frustrated.
Okay, we all get frustrated. I get frustrated because I get people lying in there to me all the time. Anything else?
I don't have anything further, Your Honor. You know, if it was NyQuil, if it was anything other, it needed to go to the lab. And I'm at a loss again, after 30 days, it isn't anything where even Mr. Bearden had the $25 to send it now. It's not, it's an impossible.
No, I know.
Yeah.
Any argument?
Judge, I'm just gonna indicate, I'm asking for continuation of probation, no jail time. I asked Mr. Bearden numerous times because I know you're aware of all these BS movements, so to speak. But again, he was adamant, quite adamant, but he must spend a good deal of time in the hospital. And in fact, he has an appointment today at 1 o'clock to when he'll get scheduled for this hip replacement surgery. There have been, like I said, significant spinal taps, if it's necessary.
I'm not sure I can justify his conduct based on any of that, though. I'm gonna find him guilty as charged of consuming alcohol.
Judge.
I think he's just making this worse, trying to tell us it's NyQuil, saying he wants to go to jail, telling us the headache caused him to
Judge, headaches,
act differently. I mean, everybody has headaches.
Judge.
I mean,
these are more than severe migraines. This is a headache for a person will pass out. And it causes human beings to act irrationally. In fact, Mr. Bearden has indicated that he didn't pass out.
you don't really want to go to jail, do you?
No,
Well, why don't you tell her that?
because I was a jerk. And I'm sorry. I know the headache is not an excuse. It's frustrated when I seen the time frame that I had to have community service done, which I knew was impossible.
Judge, for the record, that will also be another issue.
He doesn't have his community service done?
No,
He's also not involved in substance abuse treatment and lacks attendance to his 12-step meetings.
Why?
I haven't been in and out of the hospital.
Listen,
I.
how many days, let me ask you a question. This is August the 17th. I sentenced you June the 2nd. That is 28, 59, 69, 76 days ago, okay? How many of those days have you been in the hospital?
Not that many.
How many?
I've been in a hospital probably 21 out of that days.
Why didn't you go?
Sporadic.
Why didn't you go to AA during that time? Why didn't you get into treatment at that time? Why didn't you do some community service at that time? You're pushing me, and it's not going to end well for you.
I will complete it.
Well, I mean, you want to be belligerent toward the system, that's okay. I see that happen. Some people hate the government, hate this, whatever, I get it.
I don't feel he's being
Well,
belligerent.
I mean, I'm gonna state that again. I think he's just adamant that nobody's gonna tell him what to do. That's what I think. He can take it however he wants. He's getting smart with the probation officer. He's telling us he was on NyQuil. He's saying he can't do this. Wants to go to jail. Have you seen proof of any of his medical?
I have not, Your Honor.
Well, we'll want to see that.
Can I present it to Ms. Wadsworth?
Sure.
That's the last.
So you can make this as easy on yourself or as hard on yourself as you want, Mr. Bearden.
Incredibly easy.
Well, so far it hasn't sounded like that to me. Give you 8 hours of community service. Sounds like you're having financial problems. I won't assess costs.
Thank you,
You're gonna do all 8 hours of community service and the other 32 no later than September the 14th.
Your Honor, if I have to have it, I go today to work it out.
You come talk to me. I don't want to speculate. I'm not going to engage in hypotheticals. You looked like you walked up here fine to me. I'm not, well, maybe you're going to have surgery. I get it, but let's not talk about hypotheticals here. You have not been doing what you're supposed to do. And I would make sure I started doing it today. You understand what I'm telling you? Otherwise, we're going to have a big problem, you and me. Okay?
I have to have 40 hours down by September 14th.
That's what I just said. I meant it. And I said it, and I'll say it again. 40 hours by September the 14th. And you better start going to AA, as I told you, and you better get into substance abuse treatment, like I told you. I'm not impressed with how little you've done so far. You got it?
Sir.
Okay, good. Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
I need, Beth, I'm gonna need, yeah, it's on Cantu. Renee Ramirez, 26T648737. Is Renee Ramirez in here? Okay, your name?
Renee Ramirez.
All right. You are going to plead responsible to impeding traffic, right?
Yes, sir.
You got to be careful here. You had a couple other issues recently to that charge of impeding traffic. And that you caused an accident here, according to them. Responsible or not responsible?
Responsible.
I'll accept the plea. 210's your total. You can go down the hall and take care of that.
May I pay by September 1st?
Huh? Okay, I'll give you till September 1st, okay? If you don't have the money, you call the court, we'll go on Zoom, or you can walk in here on it before that due date, and they'll give you an extension, all right?
Thank you, sir.
Good luck. Miles Nicholson, 26T649051. All right, sir, your name? You're going to plead to impeding, right? Responsible or not responsible to that? Okay, I'm gonna accept your plea, 150, cash your end of the all to your right, and you're all set.
Thank you.
Good luck. Zachary Taylor, 260-649-116. Could I have Joshua Miller and El Bahia seated over at the table over here, please? Mr. Taylor, your name?
Zachary Taylor.
You're going to plead to impeding traffic, correct?
Yes.
responsible or not responsible to them? All right, I'm gonna accept your plea. 160 is your total. Cashier end of the hall to your right. You're all set. Good luck.
Thank you.
Joshua Miller, 266-48896. Your name?
Joshua Miller.
All right. No injuries, no vehicles towed. You caused an accident. You're going to plead to impeding traffic, right?
Yes, sir.
Responsible or not responsible to that?
Responsible.
All right. 205 will be your charge. You can go down the hall and pay that, and you're all set. Good luck.
Thank you.
Montazar El Bahia, 26B151165. He failed to appear. He's responsible as charged by default. People against.
Judge, what was the name of that one? I have someone in Zoom. I just want to make sure it's not this person.
Montazar El Bahia.
Oh, no.
Okay, so I'm gonna enter a default judgment. Francisco Elijah Cantu, 25F2447628.
Judge, good morning.
Good morning.
P-Tech Williams, and we have Francisco Francis.
Good morning, counsel. You got your work cut out for you in this one. Your name?
Francisco Gensu.
All right, so I ordered, what happened is you guys were in here. There was a plea of guilt on July the 20th. And the other charge was that you stipulated we'd treat OWI conviction as to count 2, a non-technical, and R&O as to count 3. And we treated count 1 as a technical violation, which was consuming alcohol. I ordered him on a sober link at that time. And then I have, and your name is O'Donnell? It says on August, so she said, see attached screening and police report regarding the new charge. You ordered for him to obtain did you get a chance to see this? This report that she did, prepared in the file?
No, Judge, I didn't. If it's just a.
Here, I'll just read it to you. It says you ordered for Mr. Cantu to obtain a SoberLink device on July 20 when you last saw him in court. He did obtain the device on August 9. There was a positive blow on the SoberLink device at 6 p.m. with a result of .046, and then he failed to comply with the retest blows as follows on August 9th at 6:15, 6:45, 7:15, 7:45, 8:15, 8:45. And then she wrote, she added on August, today it looks like, right? August 17th. Over the weekend, the defendant tested positive on a SoberLink device and failed to comply with the retest blows. On August 15th, positive blow on SoberLink device at 6:25, and then failed to comply with the retest blows. So we've got 3 instances, correct me if I'm wrong, 3 instances where he tested positive and then didn't follow up with the retest.
So it's August 9th, there was an incident, and then August 15th was the incident.
I see. My apology. I thought you were adding that on the 17th. So we've got 2 of those. So we're here for sentencing. I'll listen to anything that you have to say and we'll go from there.
Judge, if you recall, you also ordered my client to get into an IOP. And you ordered my client to finish community service. He finished his community service, and for both the case up north in Standish as well as this one, he was not able to get into IOP because he doesn't have any insurance. To his credit, I gave him a lot of places, and I believe that he called them trying to get those done. Judge, he's paid in full, and the SoberLink it's unfortunate, and it tells me he didn't drink. Obviously, we all like to believe that. Would have been real simple.
Well, I'll give him a hearing on that if you want.
No, Judge, just what I'm saying is.
No, wait, let's slow down.
Yeah.
If he says he didn't drink, I'll be happy to give him a hearing with respect to the SoberLink blows on August the 9th and August the 15th. I'll be happy to do that. That's not fair for me not to give him a hearing. If he's going to deny that he drank, let's have a hearing. If he isn't going to deny that he drank, then he can plead guilty to it. But I'm not going to proceed on the basis that he drank or didn't drink if he's denying that he drank. Right?
Understood.
So what does he want to do? If you need time to confer with him, I'll be happy to listen.
I don't need time to confirm. Can I approach with Mr. Donald briefly?
Yeah. Pull up the record.
Thank you.
You got a tough one. He's going to,
No.
he's either gonna have a hearing on these two, or he's gonna make guilt on these two. And so I'm gonna do it.
That's what I'm approaching about.
I gotta tell you,
I know.
I do too.
Oh, no, Judge, I'm coming up here to let you know that we're not gonna play this game. My client, he's adamant. Didn't follow the rules of the song. He did get into the aisle. And that's it. If you'll take those, he's going to
Yeah, but
admit to violating his probation, and you're gonna do what he's gonna do.
but he's gonna have to. He can sue.
Oh, you want to hear him concerned about me?
Unless he wants to have a hearing.
No. Okay, no, I don't think he's gonna do that. I don't think he wants to do that. He was adamant about it with me. What he didn't do was he didn't follow all he had to do is sit around and do the retest. That's what.
He's gonna have to be granted.
Okay. Understood. Then I'll let him, Judge, I get it, but I mean, my client is ready to accept responsibility, go to the max, and what do you have at your disposal, which I think is,
Well, that's,
and he knows that.
that's fair. But he's gonna have to be granted to be granted.
Judge?
Here.
That's what I approached. Let's pass it for a minute so
No
I can
problem.
talk to him.
Thank
Awesome.
you.
Appreciate you.
Thanks.
Yep.
Madeline, let me call you later, wherever you are back there. I saw you. Let me call you later, okay? Alex Trebizio, 26W843982. Your name, sir?
Alex Rizio?
You're gonna plead to impeding, right?
Yes, sir.
Responsible or not responsible to that? All right, please accept it. 170 is your total. Cash your rent at the hall to your right, you're all set.
Thank you.
DeAndre Buford, 26W843781. All right. Your name? All right, so you're gonna plead to 1 to 5 over, right? You gotta slow down and be careful. First of all, you can't be driving on a revoked license. Second, your record is like horrible. Why are you driving like this?
Well, I was only driving for about 5 minutes before.
I don't care. You were speeding. They got you going 38 and a 25.
It was slow traffic.
Sir.
I got over to.
Sir. You're gonna plead to 1 to 5 over?
Yeah.
Responsible or not responsible for that? Listen to me very carefully. You're never gonna get your license back if you keep driving. You cannot drive on a revoked license. You know what a revoked license means? You're a suspended license, right?
Yes, sir.
Your record looks horrible. I appreciate you dressing up, shows respect. I appreciate that. Can't drive on a revoked. Your record is just horrible. 190. I'll dismiss the original charge. You're all set. Cash your into the hall to your right. Good luck. Lori Rolak, 26W843974. Ma'am, your name?
Lori Roller,
You're gonna plead to impeding traffic, true?
he did not let me know that. I was the one. that-
Are you good? Are you good with that? You want to plead to impeding traffic? It won't go on your record at 0 points.
There we go.
To that charge of impeding traffic, responsible or not responsible? Please accepted 160 total. Yeah, you're into the hall to your right. Good luck. Rachel Briggs, 260-649-115. Ma'am, you're going into the lockup. Don't go in there.
You know, they're like. We're like,
Good morning. Your name? You're going to plead to impeding traffic, right? Responsible or not responsible?
responsible.
Please accepted. 150 is your total. Cash your end of the hall to your right, okay? Have a good day. Kimberly Smallwood, 26B151075. Ivan Abram, I'm going to ask you to have a seat at the table, my right, your left. Come on up to the podium, Ms. Smallwood, and tell me your name.
Yeah, probably so.
Abram, have a seat at the table, my right, your left, please. You're going to plead to impeding traffic, right? Responsible or not responsible to that? I'll accept the plea. 150 is your total. Cash your end of the hall to your right. How much time do you need? September 14th?
Yes.
All right, if you don't have the money, then you call the court, we'll go on Zoom, I'll give you an extension, okay?
Yes, thank you.
Good luck to you. Ivan Abram, 267-843-944. Come on up to the podium, sir, and tell me your name.
Morning, everyone. My name is Ivan Eckram.
Okay, so you're gonna plead the commercial vehicle impeding traffic, right? Responsible or not responsible to this? All right, that's a commercial vehicle, 180. Cashier into the hall to your right, and you're all set. Good luck. Jason Douglas Trato. 26F246687. Your name?
Jason Douglas Trade.
You want an a hearing on this?
The officer didn't show and somebody else showed in his position 15 minutes late and.
What do you mean? He didn't have to show today. This is just a department rep hearing.
Okay,
If you want an informal, I don't have a problem. I'll schedule it for informal. If that's what you want.
I would just like you to hear what I have to say because I don't think it was tight. He didn't approach the situation correctly and.
Well, I mean, do you want to plead responsible or do you want me to set an informal hearing? Whatever you
I'm
want.
set it informed here.
Okay,
And I live 4 counties away up by Franklin, Michigan, so I left my house at 4 o'clock to get down to
oh my gosh.
be traffic. So is there any way we can do this via Zoom?
Yes,
If possible.
yes, yes. Can appear by Zoom on this one, Amy. We would have let you do that if we'd have known that. Give me an informal hearing date.
Let's do August 31st at 9:30.
August 31st at 9:30. They will give you a paper notice down the hall, okay? Thank you. All right. Now we're gonna call Madeline in. Sure.
Thank you for calling. Pam.
Good morning, Pam. Can you send in Madeline on this Anaya case, please?
Very well.
Thank you. All right. Jessica Lynn Anaya, 25R254-240, 25R14118A. All right, so we're gonna have to, let me just recap again. Ma'am, your name? So she put on 240, she pled guilty to failure to clear all warrants, that's count 3. Failure to pay all fines and costs, count 2. Failure to report on May the 11th of 26. And I set a sentencing date on that. First, I set it for July 20. I said she was clear all warrants by then. And then she came in and she hadn't, and I gave her 3 more weeks. And then on the other charge, failure to provide proof of completing community service. That's on the furnishing alcohol of a minor. She hadn't had her community service completed, so I adjourned that sentencing to today. Your name?
Probation.
All right, so I'm gonna listen to, and she, by the way, pled guilty to that as well, if I didn't say to the failure to complete community service. So what are we gonna do on this? What do you have to say, Mr. Browsing? I mean,
Judge, that she's made tremendous progress. First of all, she has cleared the warrants in 25th District Court in Lincoln Park, also in 36th District Court. Secondly, she has completed community service, the 1.5 hours, and I believe she also did an additional 5.5 hours in the backpack giveaway through the Salvation Army in Monroe. Secondly, thirdly, she paid $138 for the classes, the impulse control classes, but she still does owe money, fines, and court costs, Judge.
so on 240, all I'm gonna do is sentence her on the probation violation. On the other case, that's 14118A. I revoked her 7771 status on March the 19th and entered the conviction. So I'm gonna sentence her anew on that one. Can I have another first page of a register? What do you have to say?
So Your Honor, I did receive proof this morning that Ms. Anaya completed her community service. And she hasn't completed the Class A program yet. However, she did register for the next available one, which is in September. Besides that, the only thing I'm concerned with is she has not made any payments on any of her cases here.
How much can you tell me how much she owes on each one of these? Do you know or not? Amy, can you tell me how much she owes on 118A? That's on the case out of Rockwood.
$294.
Right. And let me just get my bearings here 1 second. And tell me how much she owes on 240.
240, she owes 485.
How are we gonna take care of that, ma'am?
Judge, she will be in a position to take care of it. First of all, she paid $138 recently for a program that she'll be taking, I believe, the 12th of September, the impulse control class, and then after that, while it won't be smooth sailing, she'll certainly be in a much better position to pay. Shows a step in the right direction, put her in a position to pay $100, and if you have any money to pay today or within that's an honor.
And Judge, just so you are aware, you have another case with her on probation where she owes 309.
I'm sorry, what did you say 240 balance was?
240 is 485. 118A is 294. And then she has another case that is not scheduled for today, and she owes 309 on that.
Remind me her work situation.
Judge, what's been happening, she has been without transportation, but she is getting rides. Are you working at this time?
Where?
Culvers.
Culver's? What do you do there?
I'm in the kitchen, back of house.
I can let her do community service if she wants on the one case. But if you want to, but you got to start paying here otherwise. So she owes 485. Does she want to pay or does she want to do community service? But this has been going on since March of 26. And the other case that she's had here has been going on since May of 25. And I only fined her a grand total of 395 and she still owes 294.
Judge, how much community service would she have to do on that? That where she owes $485.
I mean, I can live with 35 hours.
Can you do that? Speak up, please.
I can.
What other penalties do you think are required here? I'm asking you.
I really don't have to add your own. She is signed up for the Class A program, so that will satisfy that requirement.
You know, if anything, I've been too kind to you, Ms.
Judge, she's grateful for your time.
Yeah, but you got to get going here. How many prior technical violations this you had? Can you tell me?
On the probation case, it would just be these current violations, no priors. On the non-probation case where the status was revoked, I believe she had one prior non-technical, and that was when her status was revoked.
All right, this is what I'll do. I'll keep you on probation, subject to all existing terms and conditions. You're to complete the Class A impulse control program. And so 35 hours of community service, I'll give you until October the 7th. Do not procrastinate. That's a lot of days. You understand? And then on the other file, I'm simply going to, remember, I've already entered the conviction and revoked the 771 status. I'm simply going to assess fines in the amount of $100 and costs in the amount of $200 for a total of $300 or 90 days jail. You understand?
Is that in addition to what she already owes?
No, no. So I'm really only adding $6.
Thank you, Judge.
And you're to pay, can you pay 50 per week on that one?
Get paid every 2 weeks.
You indicated you paid $50, when did you pay $50?
You pay 50 now on that case. I'm talking on the 25R514118A. You pay $50 bi-weekly on that case beginning August the 31. I'm not putting her on probation on that. I want to be clear. And on the other case, you're to pay all your fines and costs by October the 15th. You think you can figure out a way to do that?
Pay everything by October 15th?
You're gonna have to pay the $485 that you owe on that case by October 15th, or else I have to extend probation. You want me to extend probation?
Judge,
Well, you can't have the best of both worlds. You're either gonna have to pay that by October 15th, or I'm gonna have to extend probation.
Judge, I believe did you indicate that she'd be in a position to do community service and moving the 485?
What am I thinking? Thank you. You're right. My apologies. Jeez. Thank you. Yeah, so you don't have to pay any fines and costs on that. That's what you're doing. You're doing your community service by October 7th. So you stay on $50 bi-weekly, do the Class A program, and you do the 35 hours community service by the date that I gave you, September the 30, or October the 7th, rather, and you'll be well on your way.
Thank you, Judge.
All right? If you need more time, come talk to me. Don't ignore me anymore. Okay, Ms. Anaya?
Good luck.
You heard me, right? I've been too kind. Don't take advantage of this. Good luck. Thank you. People against Francisco Elijah's Cantu, 25F2447628. All right, Mr. Williams, what is your client going to do? Can I have everybody's name, please?
D. Todd Williams, appearing on behalf of Francisco Dotson. Francisco answered.
So is he going to acknowledge that he consumed alcohol on August the 9th and 15th, or what's he going to do?
This is what we're going to do, Judge. My client conferred with his schedule and his phone, and even texted his girlfriend. He's adamant that he did not drink the night of the 16th. However, Judge, on August 1st, when we were in the hallway discussing, he goes, Todd, honestly, I didn't drink last week, but I drank August 1st, texted with his girlfriend, confirmed it. He took his last sober link at 10 p.m. on August 1st. He and his girlfriend consumed alcohol on August 1st. He did not test positive in the morning on August 2nd.
August
1st. My client.
Yeah, I know, but August 9th and 15th, you say you got a positive blow, right?
Correct.
So we're gonna at least have a hearing on this, okay? So he can admit he consumed alcohol, he can deny it, it's fine that he's denying it. We're gonna have a hearing on those two, and I'm gonna make a determination as to whether or not he consumed alcohol on August the 9th and August the 15th. All right? That's what we're gonna do. Raise your right hand. You solemnly swear affirm under penalties of perjury that the testimony you'll give in these proceedings will be the whole true self you got.
I do.
Go ahead.
Two counts. My first count is on August 9th. There was a positive blow on the Soberlin device at 6 p.m. with the result of 0.046. The defendant then failed to comply with the retest blows as follows. These are all dated August 9th of 2026. He failed to retest at 6:15 p.m., 6:45 p.m., 7:15 p.m., 7:45 p.m., 8:15 p.m., and 8:45 p.m. My second count is on August 15th of 2026. The defendant submitted to a Soberlin blow positive at 6:25 p.m. with the result of 0.076. The defendant then failed to comply with the retest blows as followed. These again are all dated August 15th of 2026 at 6:40 p.m., 7:10 p.m., 7:40 p.m., 8:10 p.m., and 8:40 p.m., and lastly 9:10 p.m.
All right. Do you have any questions, Hal?
I do. Also, Donald, it's possible in your experience, an individual test and think they passed the test and walk away from the machine instead of going back and reloading, whether it
It could be possible. Every time they're instructed on the device, though, they are told to make sure the device is submitted. A lot of times when the device is positive, it'll show that it says retest in 30 minutes. So that'll always, we're responded to make sure they take a look at the test to make sure it's submitted and that there's nothing.
So in other words, if an individual like Mr. Cantu gets comfortable, so to speak, with passing tests, goes in, blows, folds it up, closes it, and doesn't follow it, then it will go through the protocol showing that he failed to retest. So it is possible in certain circumstances that there could be an initial positive, waiting for the reaffirmation. But if the client doesn't follow the instructions, doesn't read the instructions, doesn't listen to the demonstration and picks it up, then they could, in other words, they lost the opportunity to prove that they hadn't drank alcohol.
It's definitely possible for him to miss those.
So we don't have 100% confirmation that he drank alcohol, however, there was the BAC accepted by the machine, but because he didn't reaffirm that he retest, low number.
Perfect. Those retests would have been able to confirm if it was an actual positive or if it was from an environmental factor, because those retests would have worked there.
But we are confident that he had those instructions, obviously, because there were several other tests where he did it right. I have one question as you look back in your notes. Did he ever have another instance where he did have a positive reading and then he did follow up with the reaffirmation, the retest?
No, he did not.
Thank you. I have nothing else, Judge.
Does he wish to testify?
No, Your Honor, my client can be set.
Any argument? Either one of you.
Judge, other than, obviously, we had a positive test. It's unfortunate that he didn't get back on and retest. Other than that, I hope you take into account that my client did admit to consuming alcohol against your orders on August 1st.
All right, the court finds the defendant did in fact consume alcohol on August the 9th, that he tested at 0.046 and then failed to submit to the retest, and furthermore, that he tested positive on August 15th for alcohol and then did in fact consume alcohol, and he had a 0.076 reading and then failed to submit to retests. So this is where we are. I want you to remind me, on the drunk driving that was adjudicated, that was in Standish, correct?
Correct, Judge.
How many days did the judge give him there?
Judge, it was 24 days he gave him, and I believe he did 19 days.
Anything you'd like to say before I sentence him on this?
Process goes with if he wants to help the judge.
Definitely, not proud of my decisions so far, but I definitely feel after everything's said and done that I will learn my lesson. Yeah, that's.
Did you ever talk to your probation officer about the fact that you didn't have insurance to get an IOP?
I did mention it one time.
We did. We talked about the 1-800 number. He was going through, I believe it was Sacred Heart, and Sacred Heart will take you if you don't have insurance.
Right.
Make you go through, the questions and everything like that. I'm not sure if he went through all of that with them, but I know he was in contact with Sacred Heart last time I know.
Did you? I contacted them and they said that they didn't have a ILP in their area. So they gave me a recommendation number, then that person ended up giving me multiple different numbers that I called, and some of them were a bit expensive, like $200, $300 a day, 3 times a week. And I can't afford that out of pocket.
Anything else, Mr. Williams?
So other than he completed not only his community service for here in Standish, and that was the last hurdle that he had for Standish, paid his money in full. And
He's paid all ours.
correct, he has, as well as other one.
Judge, I would like to add this for us, he has 4 days credit jail. For 1 day that he served while he was in custody when he was arrested, he did 2 days on the court work program, and then he completed 1 day of community service for us.
You know, your lawyer gave a very spirited argument when he was here before. And he did a really good job for you, but he can't save you from you. There's no doubt in my mind you were drinking after we had that hearing, whether it was on August 1 and certainly I believe and found on August the 9th and 15th. And after you went through 2 drunk drivings, I would have thought you'd stop that. I get the fact you had an addiction problem, but you made up your mind for whatever reason you couldn't go to IOP, and then you still kept drinking. And the reason I wanted you in IOP is I wanted to help you. And frankly, I'm not sure I would have done what I'm doing today had you followed the rules and been abstinent from alcohol and drugs. I'm sorry, probation's revoked. You're to serve 45 days credit for 41. I won't assess any costs. You've already paid that. You have 21 days to appeal, 14 days to apply for a court-appointed lawyer. Thank you, Mr. Williams. Have a good
Thank you,
day.
Judge. Thanks for the side consideration.
Have a good day. Nice to see you. Kathleen Clark, or Haley Clark, I'm sorry. Haley Kathleen Clark, 26W843-638. All right, ma'am. How are you? Your name? You're going to plead to impeding, right? Yes? Yes? Okay, responsible or not responsible to that? I'll accept your plea. 150. I'll accept your plea. 150 and the original charge is dismissed. Okay, just keep your voice up for me. How much time do you need?
Huh?
How much time do you need?
Just a week.
I'll give you until August the 24th. If you don't have it next Monday, call the court. We'll go on Zoom. I'll give you an extension. Okay, have a good day. Casey Lovell, 26W84439.
Good morning, Your Honor.
Morning to you. And Roy Reek and Karen Newcomer have a seat up at the table here. My right, your left. I'll be right with you, Mr. Muir. Your name?
Casey Lovell.
You're going to plead to impeding, right?
That's correct.
Responsible or not responsible to that?
Responsible.
Your record's not very good. You know that?
I do, Your Honor.
How old are you?
44, Your Honor.
You'll be 45 in November.
That's correct.
You got to be careful.
You're right, Your Honor.
All right, 195. I'll accept the plea. You can go down the hall and pay that, and I'll dismiss your speeding. Be careful, slow down. Okay?
Okay, Your Honor.
You're all set. Go down the hall and take your payment. Good luck. Roy Reek, 260-648-361. Come on up to the podium, sir.
Sir,
How you doing?
I'm all right.
Your name?
Roy Reed?
You're going to plead to impeding, right?
Yes, sir.
Responsible or not responsible?
Sorry.
Plea is accepted. 150 is your total. Cash your end of the hall to your right. Thank you. Karen Newcomer, 260-649-074. Good morning. Your name? All right, you're going to plead to impeding traffic, right? Responsible or not responsible? Plea is accepted. 150. You're all set. Cash your end of the hall to your right. Thank you. Kathleen Mackins, 216-649-038. Good morning.
Good morning,
Your name?
Kathleen Mackins.
All right, so you're gonna plead to impeding, right?
Yes.
All right, responsible or not responsible? Okay, 160 is your total. Cash your end of the hall to your right. Have a good day. Thank you. Ahmed Al-Batawi. Ahmed Al-Batawi, 26W843-961. I believe he's on, Mr. Patel, El Batawi, you have to start your name. Mr. El Batawi, you have to state your name, unmute. Start your video and state your name, please.
Ahmad Al-Bitawi.
You have to start your video though, sir.
I don't know what to do. Hold on. It was everything.
All right, hang on. You're going to plead the commercial vehicle impeding traffic. They're going to dismiss the prohibited route, right?
Yes, sir.
To
Yes,
that
sir.
charge of impeding traffic responsible, or commercial vehicle impeding traffic responsible or not responsible?
Responsible, Your Honor.
Accept the plea, 225. The prohibited truck route is dismissed, okay?
Thank you, Your Honor.
You can go
Thank you.
right online, 33court.com with your case number and make your payment. Good luck.
I will. Thank you.
Thank
Thank you,
you.
Your Honor.
Who's McKenna Watson? Mr. Watson, is your daughter with you? Is it your daughter?
Yes, I'm here.
Okay, people against McKenna Watson, 26W8438882. Okay, young lady, your name?
McKenna Watson.
All right, you gotta be careful, okay?
Okay.
You, all right, you got it?
Yes, sir.
I mean, you're only what? How old are you? 19? 18?
I'm 18.
All right, to the charge impeding traffic, do you plead responsible or not responsible?
Responsible.
Okay, I'm gonna accept your plea. 195 is your total. You can go to the, make your payment on 33court.com, okay?
Okay, thank you.
Mr. Watson, is this your daughter?
Yes, it is, sir. Thank you.
Okay, no problem. You just wanted to come in and make sure everything went okay, I just, right?
You got it, Your Honor. Thank you so much.
Have a good day. Good
You
luck.
too. Thank you.
Thank you.
Jasmine Zakari, 26W843640. Zakari, Mr. Is Jasmine Zakari out there or is she in here?
She is not on Zoom, Judge.
Find out from Lieutenant Toller if she was here and present. Jasmine Zokari. He's with Woodhaven. He wrote it up. Is her pleading. Christina Marie Harris, 26W8438845. Harris, come on up here, ma'am. All right, your name?
Christine Harrison.
You're gonna plead to no proof shown, right? No proof of insurance?
Yes,
Did you have it?
I thought that I had it.
Did you have valid insurance then?
At that point in time, no, and I didn't know because my boy's dad was supposed to have me on insurance. And it was my fault for not checking this, but I didn't know, but I do have it now in my name and.
So you got it since then?
Yes, that, as soon as I got paid.
Well, it's still gotta have to be a plea to no proof of insurance and I'll reduce the fines, okay?
Okay,
What's wrong? There's no reason to get upset about this.
okay.
I'm gonna just cut the fines down for you, okay? To the charge, no proof of insurance, responsible or not responsible?
Responsible.
Okay, you put in, you've shown us that you turned, the officer wrote that you turned in a copy of your insurance over to the court. $85 will be your total, okay?
I thought you said 35.
They shouldn't be saying those kinds of things back there. They shouldn't be saying, I can't do better than that. Lieutenant, you didn't tell her that, did you? You did tell her that.
I have a little long story that I could tell you.
Your name?
Lieutenant Nick Toller, I said if you had the no proof shown, I know it would be different. I thought it to be 35, but it was up to the judge, so that was a guess on my part. But I did say it was up to you to assess the fine.
Please, I did tell my lung collapsed and I was in the hospital for 3.5 months, which is the reason I was on my kid's dad's insurance. And then I was healing and I went back to work.
We'll make it 35.
I appreciate you.
Don't tell anybody.
I will not, I swear.
$35. Go down the hall and take care of that. That's all right. Michelle Miller, 262-649-058. Do I have Jasmine Zakari in here? You'll be next if you come up to the table. Michelle Miller, 262-649-058. Ms. Zakari, have a seat right at that table there. Your name, ma'am?
Michelle Miller.
You're going to be responsible to impeding traffic, correct? Responsible or not responsible to that? Okay, 160 is your total cash, your end of the hall to your right, okay?
Okay.
Good luck. Jasmine Zokari, 26W-843-640. Come on up here. You're going to plead to impeding traffic, right? Your name to that charge, responsible or not responsible? Plea is accepted, 150, you're all set. Okay? Good luck. Is Stephen Beach here?
Yes.
26T649047, and could I have Mason Vale seated at the table? Mr. Beach, come on up to the podium and tell me your name if you would.
Stephen Beach.
All right, you're going to plead to impeding, right? Responsible or not responsible? Please accepted, 160, you're all set.
Thanks, sir.
Cash your end of the hall to your right. Mason Vale, 26W-843-726. Is Mr. Vale here? Who's Mason Vale?
He is not on Zoom, Judge.
Or out in the hall.
Yeah, I don't know why
I
they're.
don't know what's going on.
Marion Curio Banks. 25B7277703, 24F242000B,
Good morning, Judge.
24F242000A.
Judge Staff, John Gotzi, they bring me have a variant back.
Your-
Left.
Your name?
Marion James.
All right, just give me 1 second here.
Judge, have Miss Vale or Mr. Vale, whatever.
Thank you. All right, we're gonna have to call in Jessica. So I took his plea on July 29th at 26, it appears. And I set a sentencing date for today. That's on 25B7277703, and the charges were failure to pay fines and costs as ordered. Failure to submit the weekly testing on February 23. Failure to refrain from consuming alcohol or drugs testing positive for marijuana on January 19, January 26, February 2, and February 20. And then on the other charge, 24F242000B, he pled guilty to failure to pay 300 and pled guilty to failing to provide proof of community service by January 13. He's not on probation on that case. And then on 24F242000A, he pled guilty to failure to pay $425. I set the date for sentencing today. Mr. Donnelly, your name? All right.
John Gotzi on behalf of Milford Banks. Judge, he guilty of not paying. He has $50 he paid today and $200 as of Friday. And other than that, there's nothing else to state, Judge. And he's basically homeless. He's flopping from couch to couch, and
He's the fisherman.
what's that, Judge?
He fishes all the time, right? We talked about his fishing, right?
Yes, sir.
That's why you don't have any money, because you're fishing, right?
Yes, sir.
I don't think recently he's been fishing, Judge.
What has he done to get a job is what I,
The last hearing, he stated they could have his community service done and a job. I told him that this was a great opportunity for him to get this and not have to go to jail at his last hearing, and I have proof of neither.
I have,
Where's the job at, sir?
Jones Arms.
how many hours you working? Let me see. I hope it's on letterhead. Did you do your community service?
Let me present this then.
Why not?
But just work them,
How many hours you working?
between 6 and 7.
A day?
Yes, sir.
How many days?
5. And the other 2, I have my daughter on.
Where's your daughter?
She's right there.
Who's that?
That's my foster mother, well, my sister's foster mother.
That's what?
My sister's father, mother.
I was able to take a look at it. It does look like he does have a pay stub. He has been working. It looks like he at least started August 3rd. It looks like based in that pay range. But it looks like he just started. I mean, he only got paid about $56 for that pay frame.
How many days have you worked at Jimmy John's?
Since 7, and I don't have Monday and Tuesday off.
You all right?
Yes, sir.
I told you, this kid seems like he's somebody we can save, but he's gotta work. He's very respectful, nice kid, but you gotta get out of the car and stop fishing.
Yes, sir.
I mean, we don't like to fish or golf or whatever. You gotta get to work. Remind me, how old are you again?
I'm 25 years old.
But you were the one whose parents weren't in your life, right?
Yes, sir.
You're gonna be a better parent to your kids than the parents were to you, right?
Most definitely.
Judge, I'm sorry to interrupt, but Mr. Banks had a warrant for failing to pay a DNR ticket, which Kim just brought in.
Killing me. You know that? Amy,
Judge, I wasn't aware of that.
Amy, I'm gonna send that back down. We're gonna cancel that warrant. We're gonna give him a month to pay. On these cases, I'm adjourning all of them again. You gotta get going. I mean, I get the fact for you, you're doing well because you're working 6 or 7 hours a day, but that's only 5 times 6 is 30. 5 times 7 is 35. That's not enough.
Yes, sir.
You gotta get another job. You gotta figure this out.
Judge, if I may, can he pay the $50 today and not $200?
Do whatever he wants. Lisa, Amy, give me a date when Mr. Graziani's here.
Do you want
I-
2 weeks, 4 weeks?
3 weeks or 4 is whatever. Give me 4.
Judge, I'm gonna be out of town, I believe, at that time.
November, the second week of September?
That's correct.
Well, that's okay. Are you here the first, is he here like September 7th or not, or?
Judge, I'm scheduled, however, I'm gonna have to, get that, but it's not gonna be something, I'm actually gonna be out of the country.
Good for you. Well, how about the 21st? You gonna be here the 21st or not?
Of this month?
No, August.
Yes, I
September.
shall be, Judge.
Let's give me a date when Mr. Graziani's here in the third week of September. You're gonna do all your community service. You're gonna come here with some money. You understand me?
Yes, sir.
Give them some ideas where to do this. Where'd you sleep last night?
At Brian's.
Judge, it's a constant flopping
Your
situation.
kid's a good, respectful kid.
Just very briefly, Judge, his only stability, quite frankly, is to his foster mom, although he's not in a position to stay there. He has an aunt in Detroit, but, other than that, it's a couch flopping situation.
Give me a time on September 21 if you have one for me, Amy.
Is Mr. Graziani here?
Did you hear that, Dave?
Judge,
He's here the 24th with.
That's
Judge-
fine.
With Judge
Thank you so much.
Heston. It would be with Judge Heston. I don't know if you want to do about
if I
8.
could cross, that's no problem.
Let's do it September 24th at 8:30.
Thank you.
Okay? Community service to be done. You got it?
Yes, sir.
How many hours does he need again?
8 hours.
8 hours. That's nothing. You can do that in your sleep. We're adjourning all these to September the 24th at 8:30. Now, listen to me. I could be understanding, but you got to get going.
Judge, very briefly, there's another matter I wanted to mention. It appears that there's a court order that says that he cannot have contact with the mom of his child. It appears that there's no longer an issue. Am I correct? Can you go out, Ms. O'Donnell, lift that over?
Well, wait a second. How's she?
There's an order issued by this court.
Well, how can I do that?
Judge, I do have an order that we are not to have contact with Daniel, Colleen, Jenna, Lillian, of last name VOJINOV. I mean, I can't lift any kind of orders unless they themselves, but they
Right.
okay with that as well.
Why don't you set them for hearing on that date of September 24th?
I'll send them a notice.
Judge, I wasn't aware of all those persons. I was simply aware of the law. Jeez.
It's all right. We're gonna set it for, you notify the victims.
Do you want me to notify everyone or just his baby's mother?
Were the other two children?
The other were her parents, I believe, correct?
Oh, yeah, I want all of them
Everyone,
notified.
okay.
Set sentencing for September 24th. And you're gonna remind me, and that's gonna be at 8:30. And you're gonna remind me to notify them about whether or not we should lift the no contact. You can call them, tell them I'd like them to be here. Either way, they can appear by Zoom. Okay?
Thank you, Judge.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Good luck. Get going. Mason Vale, 26843. I'm sorry, 267-843-726. Where's Mason Vale? There you are. Come on up here, Mr. Vale. You're only 25, right? Or 24?
24.
All right. Your name?
Mason Vale.
You're gonna plead the impeding. Right? Is that what you want to do? You sure? I'm just asking. Is this your mother?
Yes.
What's your name?
Sarah Bill.
So just talk to me a second. Do you understand what I'm asking you? Do you want to plead responsible to impeding traffic? It's 0 points. It won't go on your record. And I'll dismiss the failure to you.
I agree to that.
To that charge of impeding, responsible or not responsible?
Responsible.
I'll accept the plea. Dismiss the original charge, 195, you're all set. Cashier into the hall to your right. Good luck. Oliver, Anastasia Deborah Oliver. 26W843947. Good morning. Your name, ma'am? You're gonna plead to impeding traffic, correct? Responsible and not responsible for that. Plea is accepted. 150 is your total. Cashier into the hall to your right. Jason, you're all set. Jason Austin Barger, 260-648-567. Defendant failed to appear on July 20. Filed a motion to set aside the default judgment. I set it for department rep and default, and the motion to set aside the default. No, judge has. People against. Antonio Terrell Jr., 26W843782. Defendant failed to appear. Defendant is responsible as charged by default. Case was scheduled for 9:15. It's now 10:48. Yeah, and I already called these. That one? Okay. You wanna Renee Gordon?
Yes.
Come on up to the podium, please. 267-843-973. How you doing?
You
Good. Your name?
want to make.
You're gonna plead to impeding traffic.
Yes,
To that charge, responsible or not responsible?
responsible.
All right, you gotta slow down a little, okay? 160 is your total. Original charge dismissed. Have a good day. Were those probation violations?
One's a stroke, agreement, yeah, so that one is. Probation violation sentencing. And a show cause.
Do you have the files here or does he have?
He has.
Quickly, okay?
Yeah, okay, good. Good deal.
All right, Mason Rennick. Mason Rennick, 26B150399. All right, your name? All right, so you're gonna plead to impeding traffic. You gotta be careful though, okay?
Yes.
To that charge, responsible or not responsible? All right, I'll accept the plea. 195 is your total. I'll dismiss the original charge. You're upset. Yeah. The 31st or the 24th? Okay, August 30th. All right, you're all set. Good luck. Thanks. Cassandra Shaw. 26 B151208. Your name?
Cassandra Shaw.
All right, so you're gonna plead impeding traffic, right?
Yes.
Responsible or not responsible to that?
Responsible.
Okay, I'm gonna accept your plea. You have an entry or two on here. 170 is your total. You can go down to the cashier and make your payment. I'm dismissing the speeding. Good luck.
Thank you.
Thank you. Amy Lucas. 26884369. Could I have David Redmond seated at the table here, please? My right, your left. Your name, ma'am? All right, so you're gonna plead to impeding, right? Responsible or not responsible to that? I'll accept the plea, dismiss the speeding. 150 is your total. You're all set. Cashier under the hall to your right. Good luck. David Redmond, I have a seat there. You're free to, sir. 26W843584. Your name?
David Redmond?
Okay, so you're gonna plead to impeding, right?
Yes.
Responsible or not responsible to that?
Responsible.
It looks like he didn't show up the first time. Right, I see. What was the bond amount that he posted? Can you tell me, Amy?
Let's see,
Post the bond?
165.
Yeah, okay. All right, I'm gonna accept your plea to impeding. 165 is your total. If that bond's in his name, we can just tell him to go, right? Let me see. Yes, it is. You're free to go.
Thank you.
Have a good day.
You too.
Matthew Curtis, 26W843599. Come on up to the podium. Donna Nielsen, have a seat at the table. Jay Staup, have a seat at the table. Yes, that table over there, my right, your left, my right, your left. Over there, me. There you go. Your name? All right. You're gonna plead to impeding, right? Responsible or not responsible to that? All right, I'll accept the plea. 170 is your total. Original charge is dismissed. You're all set. Cashier in it all. You're right. Thank you. Donna Nielsen, 26W843749. Come on up to the podium and tell me your name, please.
Donna Nielsen,
All
sir.
right, so you're gonna plead to impeding traffic, right?
Yes, sir.
Responsible or not responsible to that?
Responsible.
I'll accept the plea, dismiss the speed. 150 is your total, okay?
Thank you. I'll pay that today.
You look like you're nervous. You're not nervous, are you? Don't be. Have a good day. Good luck. Jay Stout, come on up to the table. 26T648908. All right. Your name?
Jay Stout.
All right, so you're gonna plead to impeding traffic, correct?
Yes, sir.
Responsible or not responsible to that?
Responsible.
Plea is accepted. 170 is your total. Cashier into the hall to your right, and I'm dismissing the original charge. Good luck.
Thank you, sir.
Michael Rose.
Yes, Your Honor.
Well, Mr. Rose. How are you? 26T648944. You're all dressed up for me and everything, aren't you?
Yes, I am, Your Honor. How are you?
Good, how are you? Your name?
Michael Rose.
All right, so you're gonna plead to impeding, right?
Yes, sir.
Responsible or not responsible?
Response.
All right, I'm gonna accept the plea. 150 is your total. You're all set. Nice to see you. Have a great day.
You as well.
Take care.
Thank
Caleb Freeman, 26T649042. And could I have Autumn Smith seated at the table, my right, your left, please? Good morning, Mr. Freeman. Your name?
you.
All right, so you're gonna plead to impeding, right? Responsible or not responsible to that? You're all set. 150 is your total. Cash your end of the, right down the end of the hall. Go right out that door all the way down to the right, okay? Good luck. Autumn Smith, 26T648968. And could I have Mr. Trent seated, or McKenna Trent seated? Excuse me. Excuse me. All right. Your name, ma'am? All right, you're gonna plead to impeding traffic, right?
Yes.
You weren't texting or using your handheld device, right?
It was in the film, but.
Can't do that, okay? To the charge of impeding traffic, responsible or not responsible. Right, please accept it, 170. You're all set. Thank you. Sure. August 24th, okay? Wow. I don't know what happened to the register on this one. I'm just gonna write on the STIP form, fines cost 170, paid by August 24th on that one, Amy. I don't know what happened to the register. I don't see it. Okay, McKenna Trent, 26T648913, your name? All right, you're gonna plead to impeding traffic, right? Responsible or not responsible to that? Okay, please accepted. Please accepted, fines cost of 160, okay?
Thank you.
Yes, you're into the hall to your right. Good luck. Dana El Sahim, 26F246462. Morning. Your name?
Done.
All right, let me see here. You want an informal hearing?
Yeah,
Did you have insurance?
yeah. I don't have it right here.
Was it in effect on that day?
Yeah. So, I got pulled over and then I was looking for insurance and stuff, I was gonna hang out with the client till like they find it. And then when I told him back and he came with that ticket, so, and then he was like, I also.
So, let me see your insurance. Hand that up if you would. All right, so you did. Says you handed a copy of the insurance that expired in 2025.
No, I'm fine with it.
That's what he wrote on his notes. Reported, handed officer a copy of insurance that expired in 2025.
He didn't even, I didn't even get him, any insurance.
Listen, if you want to have an informal hearing, that's fine. I don't have a problem. You have to provide them with proof of insurance, though, and you didn't do that. So if you want me to set it for an informal hearing, I will. I don't know how you can win that, but if you want to plead responsible, I'll cut the fines down for you.
No, I'll just do that, yeah.
Okay, you understand what I'm saying, though, right? All right, I'm gonna hand you back your information here. We'll set it for an informal. Why didn't you respond to this? Oh, I see. I'm gonna, motion hearing and informal hearing will be set at the same time, Amy, so I'm not setting aside the default judgment. If you want to give me a informal hearing date, I'll deal with it then.
We can do August 31st.
At 8:30?
Sure, yes.
At 8:30, okay? You can go down, they'll give you a notice, all right? Good luck. Bring that insurance back with you, okay? Moss, Robert Felton Moss. 26F246607. All right, your name? So you're gonna plead to impeding, right?
Yes, sir.
Responsible or not responsible to that?
Responsible.
Please accept at 160 cashier under the hall to your right, and you're all set.
All right, thank you.
Good luck. Stephanie Kiera McGee, Charleston, 26151079. Okay. Good morning. Your name?
Good morning, Stephanie here in Jonathan.
Okay, so you're gonna plead to impeding traffic, correct?
Yeah.
To that charge, responsible or not responsible?
Right.
Plea is accepted. 150 is your total. Cashier under the hall to your right.
Can I set up a payment for
How much do you have today? When can you pay this?
a couple of weeks? I just started a new job.
August 31? That's 2 weeks.
If that's what I have to pay it by in time.
Just said you could pay in a couple of weeks. If you need more time, just tell me.
Yeah, more time. I just started a job.
I'll give you September 7th. Is that good, or do you need more time?
I'm not sure. I get paid.
I'll give you September 14th. If you don't have the money, then you call the court, we'll go on Zoom, or you can walk in here hour before the due date and I'll give you an extension, okay? Good luck. Nasser. Akram Ali Kassim Nasser, 26B 151341. Your name?
Background message.
All right, you're gonna plead to impeding, right? Responsible or not responsible to that?
Pause.
Okay, I'll accept your plea, dismiss the original charge, 170 is your total, you're all set. Cashier under the hall to your right, Brandon McCurdy, 26W843-738. And could I have Felicia Donald and Devin Hayden seated at the table, my right, your left? Your name, sir?
Maybe Brandon Perry.
Good, how about you? You doing all right? Okay, you're gonna plead to impeding traffic, right? To that charge, responsible or not responsible? All right, I'll accept your plea. 160 is your total. Cashier under the hall to your right.
And I have to like August 28th, right?
I'll give you till August 31, okay?
Oh, that's fine.
If you don't have the money, then call the court. We'll go on Zoom or come in and talk to me on it before that due date. I'll be glad to give you an extension, all right? Good luck. Thank you. Donald Talisha. I'm sorry, Talisha Donald. Sorry about that. 260-648-928. How are you? Your name, ma'am?
Felicia.
Good morning. You're gonna plead to impeding traffic, right? Responsible or not responsible to that? Good morning. I'll accept the plea. 150 is your total. Cashier under the hall to your right. Good luck. Devin Hayden, 260-648-922. Your name?
Devin Hayden.
All right, you gotta be careful. You got 3 prior entries. You're gonna plead to impeding, right?
Yes,
Responsible or not responsible to that? All right, I'm gonna accept your plea. 175, cashier under the hall to your right.
Thanks.
Good luck. Thank you. People against Mark Green, 260-648-562. How you doing, Mr. Green?
Good, how are you?
Your name?
Mark Green.
You're going to plead to impeding traffic, true?
Yes.
Responsible or not responsible to? All right, I'll accept your plea. Set aside default judgment set aside. 165 is your total, okay?
Okay.
Yeah, give me 1 second. I just want to check one thing. Want to make sure that bond is in your name. I'm sure it is, but let me just double check it. Yes, it is. You're all set.
Thank you.
Have a good day.
You too.
Christopher Johnson, 26W843-750. Your name?
Christopher McKay, last name is Johnson.
All right, you're gonna plead with you're gonna plead to impeding, right?
That's correct.
Responsible or not responsible to it? I'll accept the plea, dismiss the original charge, 150, you're all set.
Can I get an extension?
How long?
After the first, please.
I'm sorry,
After the first?
the first good or you need more? I'll make it September 7th.
September 7th is great.
If you don't have the money, call the court. We'll go on Zoom. I'll give you an extension, okay?
Thank you, sir.
Good luck. Bring in Michael Lee Edwards if you would, please, Amy. People against Michael Lee Edwards, 26F 246543.
Bring them in from where, Judge?
It says payment plan balance 215 on Zoom, somebody wrote down. Is Michael Edwards in the courtroom by chance? Yeah, that's what it says. Somebody wrote down on a sticky note.
Okay, I'll figure it out. I don't see him in the waiting room.
Okay. Well, I'll just put it aside until you find him.
Hey, Heather. Oops, sorry.
Okay. Charlene McClendon, 267-843-775. Your name, ma'am?
Charlie.
All right, you're gonna plead impeding, right? Responsible or not responsible to the, okay, I'm gonna accept your plea. 60 is your total cash, your end of the hall to your right.
I get the extension?
How long?
To after the 1st.
August, September 7th, I'll make it, okay?
Okay.
Have a great day.
Well.
Lindsay Mitchell, 26B151266.
I need more time to call.
Yes, you have to talk to me though on Zoom. Where do you live at?
They've been, what is that, Westlake?
Okay, yeah, you could call and tell them you need to go on Zoom with the judge and ask for extension.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Lindsay Michelle Mitchell, 26B151266. Good morning. Your name?
Lindsay Mitchell.
All right, so you're gonna plead to impeding traffic, right? All right, let me see something here. Okay, to that. Ooh, you gotta slow down, you little young lady. Huh? All right, to that charge of impeding traffic, responsible or not responsible?
Responsible.
175 is your total. Slow, cashier end of the hall to your right, cruise control. Okay, good luck. All right, people against. Trey Jordan Peterson, 26W843-591. You're another one. Your name?
Trey Peterson.
Got to slow down, sir. If you get another one of these, you're not going to get impeding, okay? For me anyway, to the charge impeding, responsible or not responsible. Please accept it's the original charge is dismissed 175, cashier end of the hall, you're right. Good luck.
Is there like a payment plan for that?
How much can you pay today?
I could pay the whole thing by the end of the week though.
Okay, I'll give you till August 24th. Okay?
Is there like?
Yeah, 33court.com. They'll give you instructions down the hall if you go and talk to them, okay? Right down the end of the hall. Have a good day.
Yeah.
All right, people against. Scott Michael Bearden, 260-710-492.
Good morning, Judge and staff, and welcome back, Judge.
Thank you. Your appearance?
Don, I'm not saying anything on behalf of Scott Beard, moving to my left. Please identify yourself, sir.
Scott Bearden.
All right, so we have a charge here of failure to refrain from consuming alcohol, testing positive, on a chemical test on July 14, 26. Just for the record, this was adjourned because the defendant had an issue that prohibited, him coming last time. So how was he going to proceed on this?
Judge, he wishes to plead not guilty at this time. I asked him many times, I said, look, did you have a little bit of a relapse? He strongly denied it. It appears he spent roughly about two weeks in the hospital since that period of time. We have evidence of that, Judge, and he frankly in really bad shape, and it appears that in addition to the spinal tap, he'll be having hip surgery in the near future.
Do you have a stapler down there? I'm out of staples, I think.
No, it's Bill.
Oh, no. Jeez. Maybe it's just a stapler. The person, there we go. All right, we'll get we'll get Ms. Wilds in here. If you want to have a seat a second, I'll come right back.
Thank you. Yes.
That's on Bearden. People against Anaya, Jessica Lynn Anaya, 25R514118A and 25R254240.
Once again, good morning, Judge, staff, John Sandy, on behalf of Jessica Nye, please identify yourself.
That's Bill Murray.
All right, so we adjourn this. We set a sentencing date for today. What happened is she was in front of me previously on this on June the 22nd. I set it for July 20th and then adjourned it until today. She pled guilty to failure to provide proof of completing 20 hours of community service. That's on the 118A charge. And then on the other one, the 25420, I on July 20 said adjourn 3 more weeks, adjourn to August 17th at 8:45, and I highlighted or jail if not completed. So that's where I am with it.
Judge, I'm happy to report that she's made significant progress, and hopefully it satisfies your threshold.
I'm gonna need, let me get Madeline in here.
Sure.
Can you call her? So just for the record, on the other file, she'd pled guilty to failure to attend her scheduled probation visit on May the 11th. And failure to pay fines and costs is ordered. No, failure to attend scheduled probation visit on May 11 was count 1. Failure to pay fines and costs was count 2. Failure to clear all warrants by May 1 was count 3. So she pled guilty to all those, and I told her she better take care of all of those. Has she paid all of her fines and costs?
I do not believe you, have you or not? She hasn't, Judge, beginning.
Has she cleared all of her warrants?
Yes, she has, Judge.
Yeah, I'm gonna need Madeline in here on
In
that.
addition, Judge, I just wanted to indicate for the record, she did pay $138 for the classes, which were mandatory under probation for impulse control. She has that scheduled on the 12th of September at 9 o'clock. And once that's completed, I think she'll be in a much better position to pay the fine. Again, her income is quite limited, and she's been doing her darnest to get this done. For the record, also, Judge, I want to indicate that she had about 20 and a half community hours of service.
She provided proof of that.
She does have proof of it. In addition, she did an extra 5.5 hours with a backpack giveaway at the Salvation Army in Buck.
Let me do this. I don't know what the probation officer is, so I'm gonna pass this case for now.
Certainly, Judge.
And we'll go on to another one. Scott Michael Bearden. 260-710-492. Ms. Wild.
This courtroom session started with what seemed like a routine status conference, but it quickly turned into a reminder that the justice system is not always just about punishment. First, Keith Johnson appeared before the court after receiving an offer from the state. According to his attorney, Johnson was considering accepting an agreement that required him to complete an alcohol treatment course and write an apology letter. If he completed those requirements, the case could be resolved with a misdemeanor conviction and costs rather than a harsher outcome. The judge gave Johnson time to complete the required programs and scheduled a tentative plea and sentencing date. It was a relatively calm moment, showing that sometimes the court is willing to give a defendant an opportunity to take responsibility and address the behavior that brought them into court. But the hearing took a more lighthearted turn when another defendant, Lee Rogers, appeared by video conference. Before the actual case could even begin, there was one major problem. Rogers was struggling with the Zoom controls. The judge patiently walked him through muting and unmuting himself, joking that they were basically doing Zoom 101. Rogers explained that he worked building buildings and clearly wasn't very familiar with the technology. After a few attempts, however, he finally managed to unmute himself, and the judge congratulated him for figuring it out all by himself. It was a funny and unexpected moment. But once the technical difficulties were over, the court turned to a much more serious discussion about Rogers' case. Rogers' attorney explained that they had not yet had enough time to review all of the discovery because Rogers had recently completed a treatment program. The defense also needed additional information regarding his prior record, so the judge agreed to schedule another status conference. But then the conversation shifted away from the legal details and towards something much more personal. The judge asked Rogers about the treatment program